From hinting at potential retirement after his injuries to parting ways with his caddy of 12 years, Tiger Woods has sent the golfing world into a frenzy, and here's why. Well, turns out he's been having some trouble lately, and now his caddy, Joe LaCava, is leaving him for Patrick Cantlay. And let me tell you, this is a big deal. Joe and Tiger have been tight for a really long time. I'm talking 12 whole years. But now Joe is jumping ship to go work for Patrick Cantlay. Joe's been with Tiger through all his ups and downs, like that one time he got in that car accident and all those surgeries he's had. But people are guessing Joe wants to work, and Tiger isn't really playing much these days because of his injuries. Joe was on the bag for Cantlay recently, and after being spotted with Patrick Cantlay at the Wells Fargo Championship, it was confirmed that they would be working with each other permanently.
When I reached out to Joe, he said it was possible and it ended up working out, and I'm really happy about it.
Did you speak to Tiger at all about it, or?
I haven't spoken to Tiger.
No.
During the switch, Joe apparently said that he got the green light from Tiger to make the change. He told him that he'd be crazy not to take the job, to go win some tournaments and have a great time. Meanwhile, Woods' close friend and tour rival Justin Thomas talked about the caddy swap and praised LaCava for his loyalty to the golf legend since 2011. Speaking at the Wells Fargo Championship, he said that there are a lot of guys out here that would have him caddy in an instant. So it's only natural for LaCava to go for the best option, which would be the most active player.
You know, he's spent at home, and when guys would, there's so many guys out here that would have him caddy in an instant. When he was loyal to Tiger and Tiger's.
He wants to work for someone who is playing more regularly, to give him more opportunities to win big tournaments. And let's face it, Patrick Cantlay is a rising star in the world of golf. He's won several big tournaments and has been consistently performing well on the tour. So it's no surprise that Joe would want to work with someone like him. But it's a big blow for Tiger. Joe has been with him through thick and thin after all, but I guess all good things must come to an end. One thing is for sure though, this caddy swap has definitely shaken up the world of golf. And people are wondering what this could mean for Woods. It's so hard to imagine Tiger without his trusty caddy by his side that fans are speculating that the 47-year-old's career is coming to an end. It's no secret that he's been struggling with major injuries for a while, but could this one be the final nail in the coffin? If you haven't heard, Tiger had to withdraw from the Masters in April because of an ankle injury. That's right, he was forced to cut his season short because of this. Apparently, he was suffering from plantar fasciitis, which sounds super painful. And if that wasn't bad enough, he was also recently seen limping at a tournament. He also had to undergo surgery to help with his ankle problems. Tiger's currently in rehabilitation, and it looks like he won't be able to play in the remaining major championships of the season. It's a huge bummer for all his fans out there, and that's why people think his career's wrapping up. Because it seems like his body just can't handle the stress anymore. He's been struggling with injuries more and more these days, so people don't believe there's any hope left for his golfing reign. The guy played the US Open with a twice-fractured leg. And don't even get me started on his back problems. He's had so many surgeries on his knees and back, it's like he's part bionic at this point. In 2012, he had to pull out from the Cadillac Championship because of tightness in his left Achilles. Ouch! The next year, in 2013, he had back spasms at the Barclays that sent him to his knees. Not a good look. And in 2014, he had surgery on a pinched nerve which forced him to miss the Masters and take a break from his tournament schedule. When he returned to competition, he experienced some lower back pain, worse than ever before, and had to withdraw from the WGC Bridgestone Invitational. I know what you're thinking, it's like the guy can't catch a break. But there's more. In 2019, he had a neck strain that forced him to withdraw from the Arnold Palmer Invitational again.
Through swing, it was just gradually, getting worse, and that's just because my lower back is fused,
And just when we thought he was getting back to his old self, disaster struck in 2021. He underwent another back surgery in January. And then in February, he was in a serious car accident, one that people think he still hasn't recovered from. The SUV he was driving rolled over, and he had to be freed by emergency crews using an axe. His right leg and ankle were severely broken, and he needed emergency surgery. That's some serious stuff right there. So with all these injuries piling up, and his long-term caddy leaving his side, golf fans' reactions to all of this are pretty simple. They think it's best for him to just retire at this point. Fans said that Woods should retire if his heart, mind, and body aren't in it anymore. While his heart is still clearly in the game, his body has definitely taken a beating over the years. It's unlikely that he could still win a few PGA events even if he takes some time off and regains his form. People just don't think he'll be able to surpass Jack Nicklaus's record for major championships. Another fan pointed out that Woods is now 47 years old, and the competition has only gotten tougher. They said that he used to dominate the field because there wasn't as much talent as there is now. Talk about spilling the tea. And with so many young, healthy players on the tour, it's become much more difficult for him to keep up. Not to forget that fans are absolutely losing it, as they try to come to terms with the fact that their favorite player might be reaching the end of his playing days. And the fact that his caddy, Joe LaCava, is now working full-time for Patrick Cantlay, well, that's just rubbing salt in the wound. It really shocked the golfing world. Not because switching caddies isn't normal, but because this is Tiger Woods and Joe LaCava we're talking about. Their bond was special, and that's me putting it lightly. I mean, it's not often that you see a golfer and caddy that close, and these guys were tight. Let's talk about that 2019 Masters win, shall we? Tiger and Joe were on fire that day, and everyone noticed the chemistry. They worked together like crazy, and you could really tell how in sync they were with each other. But it's not just the victories that make their relationship so special. It's the little things that Joe says Tiger's done for him and his family. I mean, gifting him a rare Rolex watch after the 2019 Masters win, that's a huge gesture. And then he also threw this huge birthday party for Joe's daughter on his yacht. LaCava said that he's done so many good things for people that no one even knows about them. As he pulled out of the 2023 Masters without Joe by his side and shocks millions of fans, people can't help but wonder what's next for Tiger Woods after his potential retirement. Assuming he decides to hang up his clubs for good, there are plenty of avenues he can explore, according to fans. They would love to see him become a golf commentator or analyst. I mean, who better to provide expert analysis on the sport than one of its most iconic players of all time? They say he's got the knowledge, the experience, and the charisma to really make a mark in that field. Another option they left open for him was that he could become a golf coach. There are plenty of young players out there who would kill for the chance to learn from Tiger Woods himself, and I'm sure he could pass on some valuable tips and tricks to help them improve their game. And let's not forget about the possibility of Tiger Woods becoming a businessman. He's already got his own line of golf apparel and equipment with Nike, and fans are sure he's got plenty of other ideas up his sleeve for how to build his brand.
I've been there for a very long period of time, and when I first signed up with Nike Golf in particular, we're just in the infancy stages. Right. And we know the brand and we know what it does for all the other sports. But
that's all for why Tiger Woods has sent the golfing world into a frenzy.